Washington, setting up a high-stakes legal and political battle, President Trump said Monday he will announce his Supreme Court choice in a primetime address Tuesday night, 2 days earlier than scheduled. "I have made my decision on who I will nominate for the United States Supreme Court," Trump tweeted. "It will be announced live on Tuesday at 8 p.m., WH." Trump's nominee will likely face intense opposition from Democrats in the Senate, where Republicans who hold a slim, 52-seat majority blocked former President Barack Obama's choice of Federal Appeals Court Judge Merrick Garland last year. Trump made his scheduling announcement as he and aides continued to defend a new travel ban from 7 Muslim countries, the subject of protests, lawsuits, and calls even by some Republican lawmakers to change the policy. The president had said last week he would name his Supreme Court nominee on Thursday. In replacing the late Justice Antonin Scalia, the new president is selecting from a list of 21 people, nearly all of them federal or state judges, put together months ago by conservative interest groups. By last week, 3 favorites had emerged: Federal Appeals Court judges Neil Gorsuch of Colorado, Thomas Hardiman of Pennsylvania, and the original favorite, William Pryor of Alabama. Democrats, led by Senator Chuck Schumer of New York, have vowed revenge for what many consider a stolen Supreme Court seat. Unless Trump can win over 8 of them, Republicans will have to change the Senate's rules, eliminating the 60-vote threshold needed to bring the nomination to the floor. Trump endorsed such a move last week. The goal for Trump, his aides and those groups has been to find someone in their 40s or early 50s with solidly conservative credentials who can serve on the Supreme Court for a quarter century or more. That makes the selection, and the Senate confirmation process, of more far-reaching importance than any of Trump's nominees for his cabinet or foreign postings. Trump also had said he wanted a judge in the Scalia mold, one who follows the Constitution as written by the nation's founders and federal laws as written by Congress, without imposing personal ideological or policy preferences. While he can expect little cooperation from Democrats, Trump reached out to both sides last week, meeting with Senate leaders as well as the chairman and top Democrat on the Senate Judiciary Committee, which will conduct background checks and public hearings, most likely in March. The White House is hoping to have the seat filled in time for the court's April sitting, the last of the 2016 term, when several controversial cases could be considered involving such issues as religious liberty and transgender rights. Some Democrats fear Trump wants to pack the high court with conservatives willing to roll back precedents on issues such as abortion, civil rights, environmental protection and government regulations. Scalia's death last February 13 and President Obama's effort to replace him with a moderate to liberal judge made the Supreme Court a prominent issue in the presidential election between Trump and Hillary Clinton. Conservatives, who risked losing control of the court for the first time in nearly 50 years, felt more strongly. Polls shows that among the 1 in 5 voters who said the court was their prime motivator, Trump was preferred by 57%.